Hi, before you skip this, I want your input on something. As some of you may already know, I just uploaded 2 videos. They are both Kuva farming guides, but with some slight differences. All that I want to know is which video you guys prefer so that I can make the style of content that you want. I'll be measuring this by the amount of likes and comments on each video, but the main decider will be the poll that is currently live on my community tab. Thank you for helping me out, and now, enjoy the video. So if you're like me, you might have a ribbon or two that you want an absolute god roll for. And if you're even more like me, you've already put hundreds of thousands of Kuva into the ribbon and still don't have a good enough roll. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best ways to farm Kuva solo. So let's get into it. The best way to get Kuva quickly is Kuva Siphon missions. These are modified star chart missions that rotate every hour. Normal Siphon missions reward 550 to 700 Kuva, while the Kuva Flood rewards double. So no matter what mission type the Kuva Flood is, it's worth doing, while the Kuva Siphon missions are only worth doing if they are not mobile defense. For rescue, capture, and sabotage missions, I would recommend using Titania, as she is currently the fastest Warframe in the game. This is the build that I use, and I infuse Mag's Pool onto her third ability to activate Razor Wing Blitz faster. I would recommend using a weapon that can do AoE damage like the Kuva Brahma or a Zor with Exodia Contagion for the sabotage missions. For extermination, just go whoever you like and use your favorite weapons, because at the end of the day, it's a game. You're supposed to have fun. For those who may not remember how to destroy a Kuva Siphon, this is how it's done. Once you have found the siphon, after some time, one of the braids will start moving and you will hear a shrieking noise in the direction the braid is pointing at. The noise will lead you to a Kuva cloud, which can be destroyed by void dashing, void blasting, or by shooting it with your amp. It only takes one hit to disappear, and once the Kuva cloud is gone, it will destroy one of the braids on the siphon. Repeat another 3 times to destroy the Kuva siphon and receive your Kuva. Now if you want to farm Kuva in an endless mission, you have 3 options: Kuva Survival, Kuva Disruption, and Arbitrations. Because my name starts with an A, let's talk about Arbitrations first. These are special alerts that feature elite versions of endless missions. This is the best method if you want to farm Endo and Kuva at the same time. You have a high chance of Endo or an I-10 Sculpture after each rotation, and you get 1 Vitus Essence for each rotation you complete. Also, Arbitration drones have a chance to drop a Vitus Essence as well, but due to playing solo, you will get the majority of your Vitus Essence from completed rotations. That means the best Arbitration missions to do solo would be Disruption, Interception, and Infested Salvage. You can complete around 15 rotations every hour when doing these mission types. That means you are guaranteed a bare minimum of 15 Vitus Essence every hour. But you need 25 Vitus Essence to purchase 10,000 Kuva from the Arbitration representative. As some of the builds are used multiple times, I will show them at the end of the video. Now for Kuva Survival and Disruption. Without boosters, they both reward pretty much the same amount of Kuva in 1 hour. I am assuming that you complete every rotation in 4 minutes and kill every Demolisher for Disruption, and put a Kuva Catalyst in every life support tower, and none of them get destroyed for Survival. You will get 7,950 Kuva for Disruption and 8,000 for Survival. But if you have a resource booster, Kuva Survival is the best option because all of the Kuva is doubled, while only Kuva dropped from the Demolishers are doubled for Disruption, resulting in 16,000 Kuva every hour for Survival, while only 10,950 Kuva for Disruption. For extra Kuva, you can play these missions on the Steel Path difficulty and farm Steel Essence at the same time. Acolytes spawn every 4 or 5 minutes, and once defeated, they will drop 2 Steel Essence, resulting in around 24 Steel Essence every hour, or 48 with a booster. If you go to Teshin in any relay, you can purchase 10,000 Kuva for 15 Steel Essence, but once every 8 weeks, you can purchase 50,000 Kuva for 55 Steel Essence. Now that you know all the main ways of farming Kuva, this is how I personally farm it. First, complete the sortie. This is optional, but you do have a chance to get 6,000 Kuva. Next, Complete the Kuva Flood and quick Kuva Siphon missions. The normal Kuva Siphon missions can be skipped if you have slow loading times, but you definitely want to do the Kuva Flood. After that, spend 50 minutes to an hour in the endless mission of your choice. Depending on how many Kuva Siphon missions you did, would determine how long you have to stay in the endless mission. Once you have stayed in for long enough, head to Extraction and complete the next lot of Kuva Siphon missions before heading back into an endless mission. The following builds are just some recommendations, and there are definitely other viable builds that can be used. For everything but Kuva Survival, I would use Ash with this build. This mod combination allows for 20 seconds of invisibility, the ability to strip armor for the demolishers, and being able to boost your damage with Roar. Roar can be infused onto his 3rd or 4th ability, depending on which ability you prefer to keep. If you do somehow take damage, you can fully replenish your shields with 1 cast of Roar or 2 casts of Shuriken if you have a Decaying Dragon Key equipped. As for Arcanes, you want to use Arcane Energize for more energy, and the other Arcane slot is a flex slot, so you can put whatever you want here, but I would recommend Arcane Acceleration or Rage. For Kuva Survival, I like to use Vorben with a max range and duration build. You don't need any former or the helmet system for this build to work. How it works is pretty simple. Once you're at a life support tower, activate your 4th ability Vortex once or twice. Reactivate it when required and repeat at the next life support tower. If you don't have Prime Sure-Footed, you can switch it for Pain Threshold, but you will need to equip Cautious Shot onto your primary. As for primaries, I would recommend either the Kuva Brahma or the Kuva Tsar. For the Kuva Brahma and Tsar, this is the build you want to use. Vial Acceleration can be switched for a Bane mod if you are using Arcane Acceleration. For secondaries, I would recommend a Kuva Nukor with this build. You mainly use this to prime demolishers with viral stacks to deal the most damage to them. Now for melees, I would recommend the Glaive Prime with this build. The build focuses around thrown heavy attacks, which can be done by holding down your melee key to throw the glaive. Once it has reached the target, press the melee heavy attack button, which is default to mouse button 3 for PC players. The glaive will explode, then return to the player. Zenrik would be the focus skill you want to use, so then you can utilize Energizing Dash to regenerate your energy. For companions, you either want to use a Smita Kavat, Sly Volpaphyla, or Djinn. The Sly Volpaphyla and Djinn can resurrect themselves after they die, while the Smita Kavat has a chance to double the Vitus Essence or Kuva you pick up, but not double the Vitus Essence or Kuva you get from rotations. Finally, Operator Arcanes. You want to use Magnus Lockdown to tether the demolishers in disruptions, and either Magnus Elevate or Repair to heal your Warframe. That was my guide to farming Kuva in 2022. If you found it helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content, and leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching.